Recently, I've been creating portraits on instant film, more specifically Fuji Instax, and I don't mean one of these small little cameras. I'm talking about something a little bit more substantial. So today I want to chat about that substantial thing that I mentioned in the intro, and that is this new piece of gear right here. Now this may not look like it, but this is actually a Fuji Instax square Polaroid film camera. It's just been cut in half and repurposed for use on a bigger camera. Now this right here is the Mamiya RZ67. If you don't know what this is, it's basically just a big medium format film camera, and it's got some really good glass on it. So pairing these two things together allow me to create some ridiculous instant film pictures. And yeah, that's what I want to talk about today, because I've been using this for my portrait work recently and I'm just absolutely obsessed. So before anything, why don't I just show you how this whole thing works. Let's go back 1 week in time when I shot some portraits with my friend Adriel at his place. And yeah, let's talk about the results after that.
This is the black and white. Beautiful. I haven't shot this one before. Okay. Alright, let's shoot some stuff, bro. Let's get it.
Yeah, of course. That's actually the only thing that I've purchased first hand. Like everything else is all second hand. Like brand new. Yeah.
We'll probably shoot just like where this light is at the moment. This makes sense to me. If you have your feet like this, so like maybe just like a bit flat out, but with that shape, yeah? What if I had your head like tucked kind of forward like this?
Yeah.
Okay, 3, 2, 1. Nice. I might just wait a sec, see how this turns out, then move on. Ooh, first black and white shot.
I love how contrasty this first image is here. There's a soft glow to the whole image, but the black and whites are so punchy that the tattoos really stand out on his arms and the shape of his body looks really cool.
Let's try to just like do this for now. How does this work? It's like this, and then like this, and then like kind of like laid back. Oh, it's a cool look, yeah. If this like angles more like this, that's like here. This is nice actually. I could shoot this from the side here. This is a very weird shot. Like in a good way. Yeah. In a good way.
It's fire.
If I have your arms like spread out, maybe to your side a little bit more.
So for this whole set of images, I'm trying to create some shape, using his body, his clothing, and highlighting his tattoos. So this picture here, I aimed to create a triangle shape using his legs. As you can see, where the highlights hit the floor, the whites are actually washed out, but you know, I don't really mind this with the Polaroid image. I love how detailed some of the shadows are on the shoe, the pants, and the wood texture on the floor.
Fuck, that's actually crazy, dude.
That's cool.
It's cool because like the floor is so blown out that it doesn't even look like there's a pattern on it.
Yeah.
It's like it's just like seamless, right?
Concrete.
Like a studio sort of thing. Wow. What about you?
I'm at 30, 31.
Okay, let's shoot a tattoo piece. You have shit on your outer arm and so back, and so this is like quite like a lot going on here. What do you think is like your favorite piece?
Honestly, probably like this and that.
The two? Yeah. Okay. What if you I don't know, the pose looks a bit awkward actually.
Yeah, I can imagine. I think it's deep.
Yeah. For now, I'm just gonna shoot like maybe something a bit more straightforwards.
Yeah.
How
do we shoot?
This is like a very simple shot, but it works too.
I love the depth of field in this image. It really feels like the elbow is popping out of the Polaroid and the tattoos on his skin look so sharp and crispy.
Yeah, maybe just like, we can try those. So first shot.
Not sure if I can reach that.
Let's try this. That could work better. So yeah, you know what? That's pretty sick. What if we had you sitting on the chair doing it?
Yeah.
Kind of like angled backwards. Yo, hold on a sec. That's crazy. Maybe if it's like a bit more exaggerated. So like if you have your hands on your head, for instance.
Yeah.
It's like put both hands there and then angle your head back, like you're leaning back a little bit further. And I'm just gonna fix this up, bro. Exaggerated lean.
And chin up. Yeah. Look to your left a little. And then chin up a bit more. Perfect.
Nice. That's a good shot, bro.
The whole set of images is very contrasty and this one is no exception. I really enjoy how this image turned out. I think leaning back with his arms on his head really highlights the tattoos on his shoulders and the fact that the Polaroid retains details in the shirt, like the stitching on his back and in the hair. It's really special. Bit bright, isn't it? Now, I really want to talk about how this works for me and my style of photography. The first and probably the most important thing that this setup allows me to do is use different lenses, and really good quality lenses at that. What I really enjoy about this setup is the depth of field that you can create in the Instax film. It's quite obvious when you look at it. There's razor sharp focus on some parts of the images and the fall off into blurry background is just really smooth. I think this is really fun for portrait work because the square format, it just works as a little canvas for, I guess, just like a headshot or just a full body shot. And the way that Instax film renders it, it just looks really pretty. Now, being able to change lenses is also very important to me because changing your focal lengths can create a different vibe. And in some situations, it's hard to get full body shots. And other situations, it benefits to have a tighter focal length and capturing headshots, for instance, or detail things. This is pretty much the opposite for Fuji's instant film cameras. It's a bit unfair to compare the two products, but I guess this is a 60mm focal length, and I'm not too sure what the aperture is on this, but it's definitely not the same. So the Zinstax, it operates pretty simple. It latches onto the back of the RZ67. There's a toggle here that locks it in, just like any other film back. It operates with a dark slide that you take out before you take the images. The film back opens up and you put a cassette of the instant film in there, and then when you take your photo, you just use the lever here to crank up the image. You also have to shoot in the multiple exposure feature here. Now, the creator of the Zinstax, his name is Haan Chen, and I got in contact with him recently because I wanted to ask him a few questions for this video just to share what his thought was behind the product. So I firstly asked him if he found the standard Fuji Instax cameras limiting. He responded by saying, of course, I doubt you can do much with the 2-element plastic lens without any manual settings. And yeah, this is a pretty big deal because manual settings allow you to open up your creativity to shoot whatever you have in your mind. Whether you want depth of field in your image or if you want motion blur, these are things that can be controlled with manual settings, and I guess you can't really do that with the classical Instax cameras. Now, I also asked him if the square format was a natural fit for the Mamiya RZ67. He said yes, it's smaller than the rear opening of the RZ67. You'd get 2 black bars on both sides if you use the wide instant film, and since the square format is almost as cheap as the mini instant film, it was a pretty obvious choice. I think it's really clever how we created this because when you're looking down into the viewfinder of the RZ67, there's actually a black border around the whole image, and the square inside is practically the whole image that you get on the square instant film. This makes it really easy and enjoyable to shoot with the camera. Now lastly, I just asked him what his favorite quality of instant film was. He said that, I think the most important aspect is that you get a physical picture almost instantly. You get to keep it as a souvenir or give it to someone else as a gift, which is just amazing. This is so true. When you're shooting with these instant cameras, most of the times it's like at a party or a picnic or something, and you can take pictures of your friends and give them to them, and that's really fun. And now shooting with the Zinstax, I can actually create a memory in physical form and give it to the model in person. And yeah, I just think this is really nice. I want to thank Haan for giving some insight into why he created this product, and for me to be able to share with you guys, I think it makes this video a little bit more special. Now in the photo shoot with Adriel, we shot black and white Instax film, but I want to share something that's more specific to color film now. This is a bit more specific for portraits and skin tone, but I've found that natural light and artificial light produces drastically different results. Shooting images with natural light casted a sort of orange tone onto the whole Polaroid picture, and this was more evident when I was shooting in golden hour especially. Skin tones were a bit orange, and although this is nice in some situations, I think this is the reason why that Instax cameras always have flashes attached to them. I believe that the burst of artificial light balances out the skin tones and produces a more natural look to your Polaroid images. So I tested this out by using my strobe flash in a portrait shoot with my friend Elle. We shot some stuff in like a bedroom setting, and the images came out a lot more natural toned. I further tested this in a outdoor photo shoot at nighttime at an athletics field. This was shot with strobe as well. I think skin tones turn out a lot nicer when using artificial light, so it's definitely something to keep in mind when you're using this. Now these days, as I'm mainly creating portrait images, I've been using this for subject-based things, and I think it does an excellent job of doing so. This change of pace with regular film, it's quite fun, and I've just been taking images of still life stuff around the house as well as portraits. And man, this is something that I'm having a lot of fun with. I just love shooting instant film. I'd never owned a camera before this. This little pink camera is actually my sister's, so I borrowed it for this video. But yeah, this is my first like instant film experience, I guess. And yeah, I couldn't have asked for anything better. At the moment of making this video, I think the product is out of stock, but if you go to Haan Chen's website, then you can sign up for a wait list and he'll send you an email when the product is in stock. I think he's just hand making all of this stuff, so this is available for the RZ67 as well. I just want to mention that. So this is a lot more available to all you film folks out there. Anyways, it's getting too damn hot in here, so I'm gonna head off and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.